The media is relentlessly pulling us down into the darkness of this recession. How can we keep from being terrified every morning when we wake up? I'm afraid to read the newspaper. What we've known to be true in business for the last 50 plus years is now all shifting around us. So how can we stay stable in these times of shifting sands? The thing for us to do is to not focus on external factors that we have no control over. We have to focus on developing a solid core within ourselves that we can rely upon. David L. Stein, an executive vice president with Bancorp, says the past is confusing, the present is full of confusion, and the future scares the hell out of me. Well, he's right, but we can't go around just being scared to death. We've got to develop this core. I've got 4 tips for you for learning to develop this core and staying stable in shifting sands. Number 1, be grateful for what you have and stay in the now. Number 2, have a vision and focus. 3, believe in yourself. Believe in your dream. Take action, number 4, and set milestones. Now, how do you enjoy what you're doing and staying in the now? Well, the very first thing you need to do is stop listening to the news. Stop watching the news. Do you realize that every time you get in front of the TV or you turn on the radio, you're turning your power over to that news station? And the news media's job is to tell us about mayhem, tragedy, all the bad things. And being humans, we're drawn into that. So get your news from the printed paper. Get your news from the internet. Listen to your friends talk, those who do listen to the news all day long, and you'll find out the things that you need to know. The next thing for you to do is to be grateful for what you have. Now, I'm talking about little things, I'm talking a bit about big things. Oh wow, I still have my house, that's great. But when you get into the shower in the morning and you feel that hot, clear water hitting your head and your shoulders and rolling down your back, doesn't that feel good? How about being grateful for that? Just say thank you. Do you know that almost 20% of the world population does not have clear water? And even a lot of people in our own country have to haul water from a well or a river and then bathe in that. So we really are pretty lucky on that. Another example of something that you can be grateful for. I was sitting in traffic one day, and rather than watch the bumper of the car in front of me and the license plate, I looked around for something pleasant to look at. I now do this all the time, but this was a while ago. And over here on the side was a median strip with grass on it that had been cut that morning. And up out of the middle of that little patch of grass came this blade of grass. And I'm like, where were you when the lawnmower went by? Man. And then I could see that it was doing this. I hadn't even noticed that there was a breeze. Another thing to be thankful for, a soft breeze. I looked at it and I said, boy, you're having a good day. And you know, that made me feel better. Now maybe that's a little silly, but it made me feel better. So here's a challenge for you. Every day, when you go to bed, take a piece of paper or a little 3x5 card and write on it 3 things that you're grateful for that happened that day. Instead of saying, oh, I didn't get this done, I didn't get that done, and oh my gosh, I've got to do that tomorrow, and I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. Instead, go to bed with a thought of gratitude in your head. That will help you stay in the now.